Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about the challenges which a law student faces when he opts to go into litigation. Or we can say, what are the points to keep in mind when you, as a law student, decide that you have to get into litigation and appear before the court of law. First of all, it is very important that when you are pursuing a 5 years law course, then at least from third year, and if not from third year, then at least from fourth year, you must start visiting the courts regularly. And if you're pursuing 3 years law, then start visiting courts from your second year. This will help you because the fundamentals which are required to be a litigator, they are not taught at the law school. There are very small things which you will learn only through experience, which you will learn when you are in touch with your senior who is litigating from before. And those things can't be taught immediately when you become a litigator, and those become a hindrance, a challenge to those who are freshers, who have a law degree and they join the law school later. Henceforth, start visiting the courts beforehand. Over to that, a very specific point is that when you decide that you have to get into litigation, start your practice from district courts. This is not a fixed rule, but yes, when a court deals with a case, or when we look at overall aspect of the litigation system or the legal system of India, then it needs to be considered that a case is filed at the district court, then it is filed at the high court, and then it goes to the Supreme Court. Yes, there are exceptions that writ petitions and other things, they can be filed directly at the high court, but if you want to be conceptually clear about your case, then start it from district courts, that is the lower courts, in criminal side as well as in the civil side. There is a wide gamut into litigation also, but here I am specifically talking about criminal and civil side. Corporate matters are different. There you can deal with firms and you can join some senior who has corporate cases, but you tend to learn less in those cases because civil and criminal are the crux when you want to start learning about litigation. Over to that, a reality from which we all keep running is that if you are a high scorer at the law school, it means that you will be a good litigator. It's not like that. Obviously, I accept the fact that if you have good marks, you are scoring high, it will help you. It proves that you are intelligent. But it does not mean that you will be a good litigator. For being a good litigator, you must know how to present your case properly, how to present it before the court properly, and in the best possible way. Having command over the law, having command over the file, and knowing that what are those minimum words which you need to mention before the court, and that does not come through good marks. It comes only through understanding. Over to that, the other aspect which other lawyers tend to tell their juniors, and if I would like to spread this message to all of you, it is this, that there are some miscellaneous works which need to be considered, which are to be learned by freshers. Go and learn them as early as possible. Litigation is not only about picking up the file and going and arguing before the court of law. No. There are thousands of other miscellaneous works which you need to take up, which you need to understand. Works like filing a CAI, filing a civil certified, filing a fresh suit, removing objections, giving your suit for process server. All these are miscellaneous tasks which you need to learn properly. If you learn them properly, only then you can be a litigator in future, and you will save your time when you actually get into practice after you have a law degree and you are enrolled with the bar. Else it becomes time wasting in the future. Now, a very important message for those who are even in first year or those who are even planning to get into law. It is this, that don't get into law after looking at the big hotshot lawyers or the tip of the iceberg of legal profession. This is a warning to you. Warning because those people are those who have invested their 10s and 20 and 30s of their years into litigation, and then they are at that level. Obviously, we must keep them as role models. I have my role models. I also look up to Mr. Gopal Subramaniam, Mr. Ram Jethmalani, and many others. Even I read their biographies. You should also read them. But don't look at them, the flashy cars in which they go, the amount of fees which they charge per hearing, that will happen one day, but it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, and henceforth comes my next very important piece of advice for all the freshers. It is money. In litigation, the big lawyers, they are earning very big money. One day you might also earn big money, but in the beginning it's a challenge because the money is not fixed, first of all, that how much will you keep earning, and secondly, there's no certainty that for the few months you might not get any money. But don't be disheartened by that, because every lawyer does that. But face this reality that you have to keep fighting for earning money in the very few initial years. Now, these initial years, it's not defined. It's not 2 years, 3 years, or 10 years. It depends completely on your competency, your contacts, your knowledge, and your willpower. Because at the end, it's the willpower which prevails and nothing else. Thank you so much.